Like you said, it's a sports betting show. So what are the implications, do you think, in the sports betting world? I'm sure sportsbook, excuse me, right now are in a bit of a tizzy trying to figure out what to do with the Browns over and unders and any Deshaun Watson props.
Here's the interesting one, Katie, if we're looking for some value for our bettors. Week one, the Browns are in Carolina to play Baker Mayfield and the Carolina Panthers. So
Yes.
on paper, right, if Watson and Baker are playing, I don't know, no brainer. I think the Browns should be a heavy favorite. But when you look at that line right now, it's a pick 'em. So the
Yeah.
sports books do think that Watson's going to be off the field. But as I remember very well from the Brady saga, Brady lost, right, and he took the case to to actual federal court. And what Brady sought, and I think is what Watson's going to seek, is something called a stay of his suspension. Now, that means that the NFL suspension will be held in abeyance while the federal court is working it out. So while the federal court
Ooh.
is deciding whether Watson is right or wrong, he's going to ask the court, hey, please lift that NFL suspension. Let me play until you figure out if I'm right or wrong. So I actually think there is a realistic scenario that he's on the field in week one. And then that pick'em game, I mean, that should be like a 5.5 game, a 6.5 favorite for the Browns. So me personally, I'm very closely watching those lines.
Wow. So you're saying there's a real likelihood that Deshaun Watson could play in game one, which I think absolutely nobody thought was a possibility because I thought he would be suspended for at least the 6 games. But that's very interesting.